What's up, friends? This is Manni, and with the 1.40 update in Armor Attack, the probably coolest robot of all the robot shooters that we have played here on the channel has entered the game. It's called Talos, and it can deploy a turret that will project a force field in front of it, auto-aim at enemies, and also project the shield towards the enemy. So you can freely move around and try and use that. We're also going to look at the Icarus robot with the new additional light weapon that it got. But first, there it is, and also the light autocannons that have been added, and the new shotgun for a light. But let's first have a look at the Talos robot. Let's level up that thing. You see I've got all weapons at level 7, including the new light autocannons for the Imperial faction. A 4-legged robot with 4 weapon slots can detach its main body and deploy a battlefield and autonomous turret. It has a directional shield and automatically fires at enemies. So this is what you've seen in the intro. We're gonna have a look at that, how strong it is, and I'm telling you guys, this thing just plays so fun. It is insane. It can also be countered. You can walk through the shield as an enemy, you know? Or maybe if there's 2 enemies, then the shield will look the wrong way, leaving you standing in the open. The update also added the new leaderboard into the game, where you automatically enlist as soon as you reach level 8 and participate in battles. There is a daily tally where you receive gold, silver, and trophies, depending on the performance in the match. And then there's a weekly progress as well that resets at 5 UTC every Monday, where you also progress through and get to claim valuable rewards. And that it all passively happening, so really amazing. And this, by the way, here is the new Talos robot. You can see how fantastic the shield is placed, and absorbs fire with its shield, and also shoots the enemy as well. And then you see on top of the robot, the shield is gone for a while until the ability is regenerated and you can launch it up again. And that turret adds additional weapons. It doesn't take weapons from your robot away. It just adds an additional 2 guns that will fire at the enemy and project the energy shield in the direction it's firing. That really, as you can see here, makes a big difference. But as I said, it can be countered. You can just walk inside that shield as the enemy and make it useless. Or you could, you know, if there's enemies from multiple sides, then also the shield becomes very useless sometimes. So it is not like the universal super solution, but it is, if the enemies are attacking from the front, very, very effective, because it blocks a lot of damage, but it doesn't last very long. That's the problem. So even if the shield hasn't taken too much damage, it will disappear along with the turret shortly after. So if you are the enemy and you see the Talos robot just placing the turrets like I did, all you gotta do is just wait it out for 10 seconds. Or maybe 12, I'm not exactly sure how much it is. And then, yeah, it will be gone. But great how it automatically aims at the closest opponent and provides the best possible protection for you that it could, right? There's also a shooting system optimization that happened with the 1.40 update. So also here, there's a lot happening, man. And also, I have to say, the visual effect of that shield, of these new autocannons, that firing, Armor Attack is the best looking robot shooter out there that you can play on mobile right now. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm really hyped. So guys, if you have not yet played Armor Attack, I don't understand why. Because we are all complaining about the state of war robots that it's in and how unplayable it's becoming. So why are there so many of you guys who know about this, who complain every day about war robots, but are not taking that last step towards playing an actually enjoyable, balanced, and fun game that is coming up soon and is just fantastic to play? Armor Attack. Give it a chance. It's down linked in the video description and pinned comment. There is the link for the Play Stores, Android and iOS, as well as the link to Discord for those who try to play on PC, where you can then get the download located. Okay, and then you will play it just like I do right here on the PC. You can change resolution and so on. Wow, am I taking damage from some? Oh yeah, something is shooting me from behind. I didn't even notice. And see here, I'm placing the shield in a location where it doesn't really help me, and somehow the turret was not aiming at the enemy. Maybe a little bug or something. It still helped me out a bit, because you can walk through the shield from the other side. It will block enemy fire from both directions. But that guy was pushing me like crazy and had so much health. I just could not get rid of him. Look how much health he's got. and my 2 autocannons are on reload. This is, by the way, one thing I noticed that made it a little difficult to make a useful setup here. Or maybe it's when the enemy is too close. Maybe then the turret can't fire at him. Maybe there's like a minimum distance. Yeah, now it's turning after him. So I think there's probably some sort of minimum distance, like 50 meters, that the enemy has to be away from you in order for the shield to and the gun to properly aim. Alright, so there are ways to counter that. Always good to see that a game adds balanced things into the game and doesn't break it, you know? Yeah, so let's move on. Move up further here. Where is the enemy? There is some guy over to the left. Alrighty. So we have next to the new robot Talos and the leaderboards, like I said, the Hippolytus, which is a light shotgun, because light weapons were added for the Imperial faction. Imperial faction didn't have light weapons before. Now they have 2. The Hippolytus, and the light autocannon that we have mounted here. Has a pretty long reload though, I think like 10-12 seconds, but it has 350 meters range, and that was what I was gonna say before, that makes it a little difficult. There is no medium weapon that has 350 meters range. There's a shotgun, and then there is the pulsar, and another weapon that has 200 meters range, same as pulsar, but together with the shotgun and these 200 meters range weapons, there's no medium weapon in the Imperial faction just yet, offering 350 meters range like this autocannon does. So on this robot right now, you can't make one setup where all weapons work perfectly the same, with the same reload and firing mechanic and everything, right? And that is due to the fact that Armor Attack is still in development, and new updates, new content is rolling out every few weeks, and they are power content pushing here, that really just creates an awesome new variety of gameplay. So do I like Armor Attack? Heck yeah, and this girl looks really attractive to me. But yeah, so I leave it up to you guys also to make your own decision and your own perspective about it. Just go ahead down below the video description and use the link and give it a try. It's obviously free to play and you can enjoy the heck out of it. I'm now running the new Icarus robot, which is not necessarily a new robot, but you see he's got a double jump, pretty awesome. And you can also just use one jump if you want and regenerate the other, keep it. Or you can run really fast on those conveyor belts. But most importantly, what's really new on it, because it is not a new robot, is the fact that it has now an extra light weapon. Before, I believe it had 2 heavy, or 1 heavy and 1 medium weapon. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm confusing something. Or maybe it was one of those robots that had 2 heavy weapons before. But yeah, now it has 1 light, 1 medium, and 1 heavy, I believe. And that makes it one of the few robots that have 1 of each category. I think it might actually be the only robot, at least that I can remember right now, that has 1 of each category of weapons. And this here is running a complete shotgun build, right? Together with the jump. That is a really awesome combination, because you can jump over enemies where you can't be targeted by them because you're right above their heads for a while and you hover for a few seconds. You can regenerate your shotgun firepower that reloads continuously, and then you just come landing and boom, boom, boom again, you know? And the firepower of those shotguns, spoiler alert, this is the highest damage I've ever done in all of Armor Attack. And not just by a little margin. I am like quadrupling the damage output I have ever done, and I'm not actually sure how exactly it happens. Of course, it is because of those shotguns. They do a tremendous amount of damage when they get close. Obviously, the weakness is not letting the shotgun guy get close. As we know from all games, shotguns will just decimate you when you get too close, right? And that is how it should be, because the obvious weakness is that a guy at 70 meters is already too far away from me to do full damage to him. Look how long it takes me to get him killed. I accelerated this by 500%. So yeah, and I get close, and even a tanky robot like this dies. But I think the guy before actually had a lot of HP too, which is probably why I accumulate as much damage as I does in this match, or do. Very surprising amount of damage. You're not going to guess it. Normally we have like 2 million in an okay match, 3 million in a really good match, but the amount of damage you're going to see at the end of this round is from a different universe. It is just insane. But you know, let me show you how you use the jump of the Icarus to counter the living heck of an enemy. You see, I always have that shield barrier that I use until the last moment, and then I will just avoid incoming fire. And I can do this, like I said before, I can just jump on the enemy and then over him while I'm regenerating my firepower. He can't target me. I land on him, boom, 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 shotgun in the face, jump back up, recharge my firepower, he loses track, boom, boom. What an amazing way to use skill, cunning, knowledge, and know-how to just change the battle, you know, the outcome. And I'm sure I would have lost my shield and HP down there. Sure, I may not have lost my robot against him, but I'm pretty sure I would have lost a decent amount of my real HP that is currently displayed in white on the bottom. But I didn't lose any HP because so far I've always been able to just play the shield, you know? And only have these short engagements where the enemy does not have the time to break through my shield, and this way I can play for a long time. So the Icarus robot with the jump plays really fun. The shotguns are insanely dominant, but of course, again, you have to get close. And if the enemy knows you have a shotgun, he will just not let you get close. Because this jump does not make you faster, it just allows you to jump. So if he walks backwards, you try walk forward, you're never gonna get to him, right? Because the Icarus robot might be a little bit faster, but not that much faster. So very easy to counter, but I mean, some of those enemies here are bots. It's because you guys still haven't joined in. You need to join in, guys. Let's make all those bots be players, you and me and everyone, okay? That is really my goal here, because we all know where War Robots is going, and I like the genre that we are all playing here. This robot mech shooter PvP, easy to get into, hard to master, quick action, fun anywhere you are, on your phone, on the PC, whatever, you know. I like this genre. It is a wonderful genre for playing games, and it has gotten this channel to where it is right now. But with War Robots literally dying, we need an alternative. And it's right here in front of us. So just come in, guys. Use that link below and don't wait any longer. And here's the damage that I was speaking about. 12 million damage. I even don't understand how this happened. I mean, yeah, I did get a lot of kills and I had an excellent match, but 12 million? How? Anyways, we've almost made it into the top 3 in this tournament, so I'm gonna keep working on that. Hopefully I'll see you down in the comments section and in the next video. Manni signing off. Bye-bye.